What's good, y'all? I'm back for another video, and this video is going to be about family and how you can't trust family just because they're considered your family. And by that I mean, just because somebody has a certain title in your life doesn't mean you can expect the world from them. Doesn't mean you can expect them to not betray you. It doesn't mean that you can expect them to be loyal to you. What I've noticed is when you start to elevating your spirituality and you start to become closer to God and you start to change mentally and you go through your spiritual awakening, your family, you kind of have to leave them behind. You kind of have to just distance yourself from them because they're not going to understand. They're not going to understand what you're going through. They're not going to understand what you're talking about. They're not going to understand your new state of mind. And so naturally, you're going to distance yourself from people that you don't resonate with anymore, that don't resonate with you, that you have nothing in common with. And that's what happened to me. As I elevated in my spirituality and as I got closer to God and I progressed and got more, I guess, mindful of the things that were happening around me, I started distancing myself from basically everybody. I just naturally felt like I would rather be by myself than to be around fake people or to be around people that don't genuinely have my best interests at heart. And a lot of people probably feel like that. You probably feel like, oh, I've been close to this person my whole life and now I just have nothing in common with them. Or I've been friends with this person forever and now we have nothing to talk about because you've elevated and you've went through a spiritual awakening and that person hasn't. And so it's hard, but a lot of times you have to distance yourself from people that aren't on the same level as you anymore. And so that's basically what I wanted to say. If you feel like the people that you used to be close to or the people that used to be like your ride or dies, you're not really close to them anymore, there's nothing wrong with that. That just means you're elevating spiritually. That just means you're progressing to a higher level. And eventually they might start to progress as well, but that doesn't mean that you should water yourself down just to keep them around. If you have to lose people, you have to lose people. That's just the way life goes. That's just the way life goes. Sometimes people come in our lives and we become really close to them, and sometimes we get attached to these people or we get attached to the idea of these people, and we just gotta let them go if they're not elevating spiritually. If you've been close to somebody or you've been best friends with somebody for so many years and you realize that you're elevating past them on a spiritual and mental level, you gotta drop that person. You gotta just love them from a distance. Because what happens is you end up going back to who you used to be. If you continue to be around these people, if you continue to, I guess, basically water yourself down just to maintain your friendship with these people, you end up going back to who you used to be. You end up going back to old habits. You end up going back to your old self. And that's the opposite of what you want. That's exactly what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to be stuck on the past and stuck on people that you used to know and stuck on people that don't really have your best interest. But you have to let those people go. That's the only way you can continue to elevate. That's the only way you can continue to progress. And then eventually you'll meet your soul family, and you'll meet people that God brought into your life that are on the same level as you, spiritually, mentally, whatever. And you'll be able to progress with them and build with them. So keep that in mind. Whenever you're noticing that you're drifting apart from somebody, that just means that things are changing and there's nothing you can do about that. Just trust God, trust the process, and if you resonate with this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay blessed. I'm out.